Hello there, I'm Vine and today I have for you a storm base build. Over a year after Cosmic Storms that introduced random punishment mechanics into the game and ended up as one of the worst rated expansions. I even had horror stories about storms wrecking whole player empires. So, we are gonna use this mechanic to our advantage, to punish all who cannot take a little breeze in the early game. This build is of course a request. Fun enough, it should be a Percy Jackson build, but I know nothing about this franchise, so instead I've used my knowledge of Greek mythology for name references that only nerds and native Greeks will get. If you wanna check out the request list to know what's probably coming next week, visit channel's Discord server, the link is in the description below. With this out of the way, we can start with the mechanics. Starting with the origin. We need the storm chasers for the storm file situation that will allow us to summon a specific storm, also for plus 5% unity jobs per storm building on the planet. Next are civics that will be using that storm. Storm Devotion that gives us Storm Summoning Theater that will swap entertainers to Storm Dancers, get that plus 5% bonus from the origin and give Storm Dancers some physics research production. Also, our Thunder species gets the Storm Touched trait. Next is Warrior Culture that would replace entertainers with duelist jobs, but since we have the Storm Devotion, this synergizes into a unique job of Storm Duelists, which gets maximal possible output for entertainers with plus 10 amenities and plus 4 unity per 100 pops, which is the same base unity output as bureaucrats for way less consumer goods. And that's only base production, as we get with those also plus 2 naval capacity and from plus 2 to plus 6 physics research, effectively merging 4 base jobs into one and rushing unity with it. So naturally, the key trait to take with this build is the Charismatic or Emotion emulators for plus 20% job efficiency for entertainers. In Precursor's Galaxy settings, we have one optional, and that's adAkkaria, as the relic can summon the most devastating Nexus storms. Though that feature is random and requires us to do a full precursor event chain, so this may not be applicable in all rounds. Now, let's jump into the game and look at the options there. Instead of traditions, starting with perks, we need 2. Galactic Weather Control for the ability to summon storms with science ships, and Enigmatic Engineering for plus 2 cloaking and Virtual Bliss Plaza that will give us plus 600 storm duelists in the endgame. As for the storms we will be summoning, the electric ones is the choice. Spam them from the start, as beside economical boosts, we will also be using them to damage our enemy shields, and since we have a lot of physics research, we can use it to focus on energy weapons and shred all enemies with lasers and proton torpedoes. And if this doesn't work, well, disruptors are also an energy weapons. Moreover, with cloaking science ships, we can summon cosmic storms not only in our systems, but also inside our neighbors' borders just before we attack them. Now, it's time for evaluation. In multiplayer, it's a surprise. Using storm strats is not without a reason considerate of meta. But due to Metaslave's ignorance, we can actually surprise them with a Turbostorm nuke during wars, since nobody is considering counterplays around wacky tactics like that. In single player, it's a hurricane. In single, we cannot surprise AI with anything. But we can actively spam the galaxy with storms over and over again to benefit from it, if not with ships, then with Storm Touched trait, increasing job efficiency on our pops. As for the roleplay, We are the Storm Duelists. Honestly, this is one of the most science fantasy concepts in this game, as we will have whole planets of what in essence are battle mages using swords and lightning in combat. And we can even combine them with any ascension or authority we wanna. Anyway, what do you think about this build? Write your opinion in the comments, remember to visit channel's Discord, and see you later!